we're welcoming Alan Ritchie, Executive Chairman and CEO of Adavale Resources, with the ticker code ADD. Adavale has recently made its entry into the Lachlan Fold Belt, which of course is one of Australia's most fertile gold and copper regions. And since that acquisition, the company has added significant shareholder value by getting straight on the ground. So to tell you more, I'll hand you over to Alan.
Hi there, Jane. Thanks for that introduction. Okay, thank you for attending today to hear the Adavale story. Around 3 months ago, Adavale completed the Prakes Project acquisition and transformed into a gold and copper explorer in this exciting Tier 1 jurisdiction of the Lachlan Fold Belt. I'll now present what we've achieved over those last 3 months and what we expect to achieve in the next 3 and beyond. Firstly, an important notice. Now, straight into it. The directors all take a small fee in shares only and all have skin in the game, having acquired a holding of around 4% of the company. And we feel there are many reasons to invest in Adavale. Here are 3 of them. Firstly, great value in our transformational acquisition. So not only is Adavale's share price a great investing value, additionally, we acquired the Prakes Project at great value, paying $900,000 in an all-scrip deal for 4 exploration licenses. It is with the same vendor as the Spur project was vended into Waratah, and we've seen their value multiply. We love those guys. One of our licenses includes the old London Victoria mine, containing our recent maiden JORC of around 115,000 ounces. So if you think on a comparative basis, doing the math, we're currently trading at a multiple below our peers. And there are still 3 other licenses for a potential near-term discovery hole too. Secondly, a great reason is great Tier 1 location. The broader map behind me shows what I call the best suburb, the Lachlan Fold Belt. And within that is this west-northwest diagonal dotted line that's the Lachlan Transverse Zone. That is undoubtedly the best street. It houses some great neighbours like Evolution's Northparkes and of course Newmont's Cadia, as well as Waratah Spur Project and numerous others. The past production in this region is about 80 million ounces of gold and about 13 million tonnes of copper. And there's a resource endowment of 160 million ounces of gold equivalent, so truly a Tier 1 jurisdiction. Excitingly, there's a bit of activity in this location as well. So majors M&A activity of about $16 billion in the last couple of years, and about some giants have been working with juniors with well over 300 mil in executed earn-ins and JVs. I mean, for example, Anglo Gold have executed earn-ins and JVs with each of Kincora and Inflection for 140 mil and 110 mil respectively. Fortescue earn-ins with Magmatic, and the list goes on. It's an exciting location. Third great reason, you've got a very active and committed team. Directors have real skin in the game. We've advanced rapidly in the 3 months since acquisition. We've been to site 6 times. A couple of us are going again this weekend. We've achieved a maiden JORC. We're on track to planning our maiden drilling this quarter. We've got 9 permits in place, lots of landholder access, so lots of near-term catalysts coming soon. And there's a solid Lachlan Fold Belt expertise in the team. Now, let me get onto the licenses. Starting with Adavale's exciting brownfields opportunity within our tenement package. The map shows the red call-out box where the tenement is located, and the satellite map gives you a view of the existing pits. We're located 20 kilometres south of the Northparkes mine, the historic London Victoria gold mine. It's produced 155,000 ounces of gold via open pit mining, averaging about 2 grams per tonne. The operators were BHP Gold, and then Hargraves finished it off in '98. The crushing and grinding circuit is there, and it's still in good working order. The CIP plant and other features remain in place too. So last week we announced an independent maiden JORC resource of 115,000 ounces. Adavale have adopted a higher 0.5 gram per tonne cutoff. So at 1.06 gram per tonne gold, we call it 107,000 ounces. We achieved this JORC within a very short time frame. Now, here's some interesting things that came from this JORC. We did some pit optimization. So you can see the 3 cross-section images on the left show the mineral resource within the optimized pit, And the satellite map on the right shows the location of those three in marked in yellow lines across the pits. The resource is open along strike and at depth, and the mineralisation is no more than 100 metres deeper than the existing pit floor. Now, there's a potential to expand the resource, one via high-grade extensions at depth as per figure 1. The broader zones of mineralisation outside of the conceptual pit as per figure 2, and infill additions as per figure 3, where historic drill holes were not spaced close enough to include in the recent resource estimation. So in the future, Adavale can use low-cost RC drilling and upgrade. However, look, whilst the upgrade is a great goal, however, the immediate priority is to define an exploration target. So that'll be coming soon too. Our next three licenses represent our greenfields exploration opportunity. We have an abundance of historic prospects, and we are systematically reviewing and field inspecting them. Let me start at the front gate license and our exciting prospect at Ashes Miles. That's in the red call-out boxes in the centre of the map. Our methodology here is swift and systematic and low cost. Our work at Ashes and Miles is a template for our pursuit across our other numerous prospects. So zooming in on Ashes and Miles, what we do, we firstly go out and confirm the high-grade historic rock chip assays by completing our own fresh assays. And as they turned out, it was even better. With a 10.65 gram per tonne gold, nearly 2% copper and 158 gram per tonne silver, you can see that all those blue call-out boxes on the right on that map show some really good high-grade fresh assays. We then carry out the grid-based geochemical survey. That's the yellow dots in the background there. We use modern techniques, including identifying highly useful pathfinder elements, and we do this swiftly and at very low cost. And this helps us eventually to vector in on potential drill targets. And hot off the press at Ashes, last week we announced an independent geophysics consultant's reprocessing of Meridian's historic IP survey from 2009. We're pretty excited about what we found here, but just in short, it shows that the three previous drill holes that Meridian and Anglo Gold had done have not intersected the target. Anglo might have even just snipped the edge of it. So this leaves a great opportunity for Adavale to target with a follow-up drill hole in the near future. Now, looking at the rest of our licenses here, so the other three licenses for exploration, the green call-out boxes that you see, they represent our abundant other prospects. Now, they exhibit some wonderful historic results and workings. What we'll do, we'll look to replicate the systematic and regional approach as we performed at Ashes and Miles again, and we'll do that at these prospects and further afield. So we'll be doing plenty of work across our licenses. Now, you can see here, it's all about near-term catalysts. And look, a team that's really working hard. So on the left, the green boxes, they show our rapid advancement to date. Currently now, we've just achieved our maiden JORC. We've reprocessed the IP survey. I mean, we're working very fast and hard. The yellow boxes to the right show our near-term catalyst, where we'll have continuous news flow. So there's a lot forthcoming. We'll have our exploration target. We'll begin our maiden drilling program. We'll have further assays received. I mean, there's a lot of exciting news flow coming. We're pregnant with news flow.
What should shareholders be looking out for from a news flow perspective in the next 3 to 6 months?
Okay. We'll be planning for our maiden drilling program within this quarter. We'll be receiving some assays from our Ashes Miles grid-based geochemical survey. That'll help us interpret on top of the IP survey restudy and the great historic high-grade rock chips and our fresh assays, further information to help us vector into a potential drill target. So that'll be coming soon. As I say, that'll help us begin our maiden drilling program. We'll do the exploration target at London Vic, additional recon across the other licenses, and then, in the second half of the year, phase 2 drilling and a resource extension. So exciting times ahead.
Absolutely. Well, look, Alan, thanks so much for the company update today. Well done again on the fast-tracked exploration program, and looking forward to hearing more from Adavale in the coming weeks.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you, everyone.